take my home to sell? Now that's a question that I do hear over and over from sellers, and I want to address it with you today. I'm Jonna Weber with eXp Realty, and let's get started. There's a number of factors that we look at as real estate professionals to really drill down and make the best educated guess possible so that we can back into exactly when you need to get to where you want to go. The very first factor that we really look at, probably more closely than almost everything, is location. What location is your home in? And that could be even within one city. Within one city, there could be areas that are definitely hotter than others, and there's certain it spots that are going to always be desirable no matter what type of market we're experiencing. And with that, we can look at the days on market and have more certainty on exactly when that home might sell, provided that all the other conditions are set exactly correctly. So we're looking at condition. We're also looking at negative factors affecting condition. One negative factor might be something that's recently been permitted right behind the house that's a large industrial plant, or something where there's a huge amount of traffic impacting safety entering and exiting the home. That's a lot of times why things like estimates on Zillow tend to be inaccurate, because they can't see all those little soft factors that we see when we're boots on the ground. Second factor that really comes into play when predicting how long a house is going to be on the market is condition. Now, we are sticklers about condition. Before we put our homes on the market, we're going to get everything clean. We're going to zip up that curb appeal. We're going to get everything dialed in just right. But that condition is a huge factor on how quickly that home sells. The cleaner it is, the more updated it is, the fewer days on the market. And then of course we enhance that with great marketing, professional photography, so that that home is really showcased to shorten those days on the market. The third factor is timing. Well, in real estate world, timing has to do a lot of times with seasonality, what time of the year you put it on the market. Historically, homes listed in the spring selling season have actually garnered more money than other times of the year. But it's not an absolute. I think back at the spring of 2020, the week of the lockdown, I had 7 or 8 listings ready to go live or had just gone on market. We thought we were getting all these results for all these sellers and there was no stopping us. Literally, the day we put the signs in the yard, we had the world shut down and things went suspended in air and didn't sell for months. Then it picked right back up again. So you just never know. And that's kind of the fun of real estate. But historically, that seasonality plays into the factor of how long it's going to take your home to sell. The fourth factor that we look at is competition. So competition is really not a subjective factor. It's objective. There's either a bunch of homes on the market that are like your home or they're not. So things that we cannot control are competition, like when you have your home in a planned community that has 200 homes and there's 20 homes on the market. You've got to realize that the buyers that are looking at your home are going to be looking at those 19 other homes. And so we've got to work really hard to affect that condition to make our home stand out. The competition could work inversely. If there is no competition, or if you've got a really desirable commodity, such as a mother-in-law quarters or an accessory dwelling unit. RV bay is an example of something that isn't available in every house. Even if you have competition from other houses, you might have that one thing that stands out apart from the competition and gets that house off of the market quickly. The next thing that we really want to look at when determining what kind of timeline we're going to need to sell this home are your terms. So the best situation is when we've got a seller that's extremely open as far as what kind of buyer walks in to be able to purchase that home. When I talk about what kind of buyer, I'm talking about what kind of financing. So the financing plays a big factor. If you have terms in which you're only going to take a cash offer, or you are only going to do it with seller financing at a very high interest rate, we might get lucky. We might find that buyer, but you may need to give up days on market and or price in order to get you there. The last thing that we really look closely at when we're predicting how long it's going to take your home to sell is price. Pricing's everything. A lot of times I'll have another agent come to me with a house that's been on the market for 2 months and figure out maybe why it hasn't sold, and I take a look at it and the condition looks beautiful, pictures look beautiful, it's just like ready to go, the location is perfect, all the other factors that we've mentioned here on this video, but price is high. If a house isn't selling and all the other factors have been addressed, it comes down to price. Again, it's just a trade-off. There's that fine line between getting the most money you can for that home when we go live on market and getting above that realm where we have serious buyers looking. Buyers are educated these days. They are looking on Zillow. They're looking at the Zestimates, they're looking at Realtor.com, they're looking at Redfin, they're looking at all the online sources. They're seeing how many saves that property has. They're seeing how many views the virtual tours have. That all plays into a buyer's sense of what's well priced and what's not. And if they're doing their due diligence, they're working with a great agent that's showing them comparables of where the pricing should be on that home. If everything else is perfectly in play, you've got the great condition, you've got the great location, perfect terms, but it's not selling, it usually comes down to price. So our recommendation is to work with your real estate professional, and we set that price that's right in the sweet spot. And that's truly where the science combines with the art, and it's really, really fun. So there you have it. Those are the factors that we use to predict how long your house is going to take to sell. Hopefully this has been helpful. If you have questions, please reach out to us at 208-608-4884. And please remember to like and subscribe this channel for more videos like this.